Welcome back, everyone, to the LCS Academy Summer Split, powered by Verizon. I'm Mazel, joined by Cubby and Desrex yet again as we find ourselves in an intermission, as Desrex might say, after apparently Thanos is assembling the Infinity Gauntlet here.
3 out of 5.
Cubby, holy cow, Cloud9 Academy coming out swinging here in this series. And I think it's important to highlight, right? But before we get to highlight that, and before we get to talk about some of those banger plays, right? I'm gonna do a little introspection to that game that we just saw, because I've got a little game called 3 Little Words, and we're gonna have some fun. All right, we're gonna see how good your guys' memory is, okay, which I don't know how good it is. I guess we're gonna find out. But I have found 3 clips. Now, these 3 clips are hopefully moments that stood out in the game to some extent. And I have attributed 3 words to those clips. Now, I'm going to say those 3 words. We're going to give you a little bit of time to think about those 3 words. What could they mean? What play it could be? You're going to try to give me a guess on what play you think it is. And then we're going to run the play and see how close you got. All right? Does that sound all right to you guys?
So
okay,
games, but I will do my best.
Is this a team effort, or am I against Desrex?
No, you guys are together.
You'll slaughter me.
I think it's gonna
slaughter me.
I was gonna say Desrex is 0 for 2 in batting today.
I want Joshi.
He doesn't have the words. He doesn't have the memory. Oh no, I'm excited to get Joshi in here next week to see how I can torture him. Anyways, we're gonna get back to it. So my first clip, my 3 little words. President, get down! What do you think? What play do you think it could be?
Darshan escapes. Yeah, for the top side for Darshan gets away.
The level 1?
Could be. Is that
level,
what you think?
I'm going to guess level 1 escape.
All right.
I don't know. We can kind of be split.
Let's go ahead and roll that first clip and see what play it is, because it is definitely that ridiculous level 1 play that we saw Darshan take. They're coming, but I thought it was hilarious.
Sometimes you just gotta test out the new guys. Making sure that cheating and copy.
He gets out.
He's got to make sure that cheating and copy are coming to save him. It's a test, really.
Yeah, teams are gonna have to make plays for that now.
Dashing over red wall into the gate brush. Oh my goodness.
It's
a bit aggressive.
It's a newfound strategy in Academy. Now, my next 3 little words, I hope you guys are ready for this one, because it's players gonna play. That's all I gotta say. Those are my 3 little words, is players gonna play. What do you think? What do you guys think it could be?
Players gonna play.
That's vague.
Could it possibly be? I feel like we've seen this happen once before, last split. I don't know.
Oh, that gives it away.
I'm just like thinking into the beyond here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
copy fountain diving at like 18 minutes. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and roll the second clip, because
that gives it away.
Play is gonna play. All right, copy gonna copy. Wait, this isn't the one.
No, hold on. We get there. Yeah. So he took a fountain shot there. A little bit of love tap there from
That's
Diabolist.
my bad on the timing. I started the clip cut the clip a little early, but. Hilarious that we get to have another iteration of that. We used that copy clip so much last split that, like, at this point, I feel like we just have to use this one to grandfather it in, because I feel like the 3 words work.
I don't know how that worked, but the hint kind of gave it away. So I appreciate you really thinking, looking out for us, being a grateful host.
After Yordle, I feel like I gotta cradle you guys.
You should probably leave us on more.
Hold your hand and make sure Cubby
I feel like
a little geriatric care. We have.
Please, please, Dr.
I must say, I don't have chat up, but I assume that when we fail, chat has way more fun. That's just my assumption.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw that a wild guess. All right, I've got one more section of 3 little words. So my final 3 little words is, that's all, folks. What do you think it could be?
The dragon fight? The 5-man wipe at Dragon? That's got to be it.
It's got to be it. Let's go ahead and roll that final clip. As that was it, folks. It was a clean smash. I think we got to see Darshan pop off in the back line, but it was a clean end to the fight, Cubby.
Yeah, the Gale Force to snipe Ari on the back half was that is a feel bad situation there for Shoes. Not to mention, you're an Ari with no ult and no TP to get back in the fight. That's a bummer.
You know what? Copy fountain dived. Why didn't you include Darshan's fountain dive? Because he dies to that with Undying Rage at the very end of this, Mazel.
It's true. The obelisk was really the only thing that could stop the Soul Landers of C9.
The only thing. Sometimes you gotta. It's the last line of defense. If only it could, attack further out and save the Nexus. But it can't, and Cloud9 Academy won. So good stuff. Thank you guys for bearing with my 3 little words. I thought I picked some good ones, some moments that you guys did well, especially with my hint. But as we have to continue the cradling theme for the day. But that game was a smashing success for Cloud9 Academy. And as I want to bring up some highlights from that game, I do want to talk a little bit about the way that Cloud9 Academy approached that game and especially how this is going to transition into the next game, Cubby.
I think that, this is the second time we've seen Talia be given over to Sheedon. And I think the comps that C9 can build, given the flexibility of Darshan and Copy with Talia, are just very, very dangerous. So I think that I would not... If you give away Talia, you are going to have to face this strat. And I think that for a lot of teams in Academy, it's very difficult to deal with, especially, when you have a coach who last played competitive Season 8, doing his best in the mid lane. I think that Shoes actually had a couple decent moments in that game, but again, pretty tough to withstand the Aurelia Tryndamere onslaught. You just don't have enough damage on the side of GG.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's right. I know it was an intense game. I know the guessing was really difficult. The brain power
hurt my brain.
I know. I'm the same way. I promise. But in all actuality, right? Like that is where I want to go back to the conversation we were having at the top about this squad and looking at some of those signs of life we want to see from Golden Guardians Academy and what we're looking at for the next game in this series.
A lot of it has been showing from Acadian. I felt the Kane pick wasn't that bad, and I think he performed okay with it at the grand scheme of things. He just really couldn't get any plays going on as we got later and later into this game, and it became the Sheedon show. So hopefully we can see more come out from Acadian and playing towards that bottom side, and I definitely didn't hate Golden Guardians draft when it came into this one, so it's just get rid of that Talia. Get rid of that Talia more than anything else, and if something like this runs back, I wouldn't be too upset from GG.
What about you, Cubby? You have any thoughts about Golden Guardians Academy stepping up, or is it just tried and true, just keep shining that infinity stone in the gauntlet there?
I would actually rather have GG take blue side in this matchup. I think that Concept doesn't utilize counter picks as well as some of the other top laners given his pool. So if he's going to be blind in a Darshan, he might as well be blue side where you feel more comfortable taking things away like the Talia. Where on red, it really feels like this patch you're forced into either banning Zeri, Senna, Lucian or making some sort of trade, taking away Zeri, playing Senna, Lucian lanes. Maybe if GG returns to red, I'd like to see them leave both those champs up and try and play into that as well. So we'll see.
I'm wondering if Copy just takes over again. I feel like that it was again, giving him something that makes him feel like Copy again. Where I do feel like to some extent he's had a semi-quiet start to the season, but this guy, known for his pop-up plays, known to be a rock in the mid lane for Cloud9 Academy, needing to be that right in another split. And especially here, maybe there's another moment for a pop-up. Maybe there's more plays for our highlight reels here coming through. But I think that's where, you have to look at the matchup itself, choose maybe not having the same possibilities as Copy, but you have to look other places for strength for Golden Guardians Academy as well, Desrex.
Yeah, and that's why I had brought up Acadian earlier. I would like to see Array on something that's a little bit more playmaking than just the Senna.
Been good.
Yeah, Callista's been really good. He has had numerous performances on that Callista already, even in the games he's lost. So stepping away from that, Array can potentially be an area to step up for.
Yeah, very true. I think the draft I do feel like is going to mean a lot, especially. Yeah. I'm still waiting to see what the Sheedon Academy, known for pick is going to be, and I'm kind of excited to see if we continue to kind of hash into that a little bit. I know we've been talking so much about Darshan because of the performance Copy as well with the craziness, but I think Sheedon deserves a little bit of shout out to for that performance in that game as well, Cubby.
Oh, Sheedon was fantastic. He, again, ran the map. And even when Acadian he won out on the early clear. I mean, the fact that he got that blue buff, that Cromp on the first clear was huge for the Kane. I thought Acadian was off to a really good start that game, but once one play goes sideways for Golden Guardians, Sheedon skips over all of his camps to go back top a minute, 30 seconds later. Concept falls, first brick falls, and all of a sudden, Sheedon gets everything off to the races for C9. Also, the Herald play. I do want to shout out Trevor and Wixie on the roam. Of course, they are the two subs, but I think that Trevor, again, is actually playing pretty well on this stage. I think that Trevor's held his own in quite a few of these games. So good to see him not only holding his own, but doing more. And, as long as Wixie Trevor are in, we at least have them for today. Have to make the most of your opportunities on the biggest stage possible. And I think that Trevor and Wixie both did that really well in this last game.
Well, I guess that gives us a little bit of time since we're waiting on draft to start, right? To highlight some of those players a little bit. The sevens
we're trying to speed run the day. We're
I know we need
brakes.
Time. All right, I'm used to like 45-minute games. That's what I need. But perfect timing as well, as I was about to say. Highlighting the players.
Caster, start the game.
Is ready to go. Go ahead and hit your buttons, guys, because we're ready for the last game. So go ahead and take it away.
All right, the last one. Thank you again, Mazel. But getting into that point you were just talking about, Wixie performing so well, 5-0-7 in that last game, and overall he's been holding his own better. He's been positioning a lot better, and I really liked what it showed in this Cloud9 game.
Yeah, and for Wixie Trevor, again, I think they're doing admirably as subs, and want to see if that continues in this game, as could be their last, could not be. Don't really know what the situation is there with Sven. I know that Sven just announced he actually got his green card today on Twitter. So congrats to Sven, him and PoE, both becoming citizens. That's a really tough process for these players to go through. It takes a lot of time, a lot of love and effort, and is a big deal for these guys. So definitely huge congrats go over to them, as we get to see them be full-time residents here in NA. And moving forward, I did talk about the Senna, Zeri, Lucian trade combos going over for Golden Guardians, and especially marking that Talia ban. Really glad to see Golden Guardians taking that off the table and away from Sheedon.
Yeah, not going to allow Sheedon to get that. He's been popping off way too often on it now. He is good on Talia. Now with the next match coming up.
And
what do you
all the melee
picks?
All the melee picks that C9 can pick with Talia too. It's just too good, right? But now, I mean, some of the power picks that we still have on the patch. Lucian still on the board. Zeri still on the board. I would actually really like to see C9 be given Zeri, as I know it's a champ that Wixie did pretty well on. I still think that Zeri is really powerful on this patch, but I do think there are things you can play into Zeri that it's less unbeatable than what I thought. I say that Zeri is now taken off the board. So, I don't know. A lot of the first picks are actually off the table here for C9. The obvious one, though, is Lucian still up, and we'll see if C9 ends up taking that.
Hovering the gangplank for now. You were talking about Darshan and going blind and everything. Darshan loves to go blind at the end of the day, but Sheedon loves to play Graves. This is another one of the big picks for him, and I believe we could flex this over to Darshan on top of that. So a little bit shown out here, Cloud9. This is going to leave Golden Guardians to go after the Kalista.
And obviously for C9, honestly, if they were going to flex that Graves, I would expect it more to go in the hands of Copy. That was his counter pick to Ahri in the back half of last split. So we'll see what Golden Guardians has in store as Graves is locked in. I would love to see Rengar. I actually think Rengar is really good on this patch. But Golden Guardians not going to show their jungler yet. Instead, going to power pick that bot lane, as it is Kalista Renata. That would dissuade the Lucian Nami a bit, I must say. I've really liked the fly quest of Felios Janna into Renata, and I really like Janna into Renata. I think Janna is filthy on this patch. You just have to get engaged elsewhere. So C9, they do not have that at the moment. C9 really likes to play fast, but we will see what they end up taking for the bot lane, as it will be the Aphelios, and I'm expecting to see Trevor take his choice of picking Renata.
Let's see. I'm waiting right now. It's going to be the support. Is it the Janna? Is it going to be the Lulu? I don't know. I just want the peel, Cubby. I just want to see the peel for Wixie.
We've already seen Aphelios have some success today on the stream, thanks to Meech. Had a really good game one. Sorry to drop any spoilers, but go back and check that out if you want to see one of our rookies having a great debut in his first game. and his first set playing in Academy. I know a lot of amateur fans were excited about that one, as Mish has been doing really well in the amateur space for quite a while. First round of drafts rounding out, though, it's going to be the Viego for Acadian, and that Lulu, as you requested, Deserex, for Trevor.
So Trevor having the Lulu. It's another form of appeal for that Aphelios to make sure it stays alive and scales over towards that late game. But I'm looking at the Graves. With the Graves locked in, you kind of edged me on here, Cubby, about the Graves being into the mid lane with Copy. How likely are we to see this in this one? I mean, I know the Ahri is already banned away. Is there anything else that it's counterpicked to?
I'm curious to see what Golden Guardians does, because I know that you're, teasing out Ahri, what Shoes could do, but I think that on the side of C9, they really need Engage. And that's why I actually kind of like the Ornn ban. Golden Guardians are going to take that one for themselves. Don't give them the Call of the Forge God with Aphelios Lulu. We've seen that be a disastrous combo. As actually Jack's taken away. Tells me that Darshan might be looking to play something like Camille. We've already seen Jax actually be blinded by not only Tony Top, but Tenacity, the split on 12-11. So maybe a little bit concerned what they're trying to set up that Jax could destroy. As also, that does free up the Trainemere pick yet again for Darshan. Jax, really good match in the Trainemere as well.
All right, so one more ban to come out of Cloud9.
LeBlanc.
Ban of the LeBlanc that came out from Golden Guardians. They still have their mid lane to go for.
Well, so far we've seen Shoes mostly play the Victor. Maybe scared of the early pressure that C9 could put down. As if he does want to blind the Victor. I'm always a fan of Victor. I think it plays decently well into Aphelios plus Lulu. But hey, it's actually going to be the Azir. We've seen Azir be massive in the early season, Deserex. So Shoes going to lock that in for himself. We'll see what he can do on the Emperor.
So, Shoes grabbing the Azir. Now, with that Azir over towards the mid lane, I'm looking for the next matchup that's going to be matched over here with Copy. And Copy's kind of teetering towards the Zoe right now. It's going to get locked in over on the side of Cloud9. So you get that long-range poke, that Paddle Star, as well as a lot of harassment that can come in the mid lane. And going to be rounded out Darshan, Gwen in the top lane.
Okay, that Jax GP ban makes a little bit more sense now. I would actually love to see Concept take the scale. Just go for the scaling for Golden Guardians. I actually think this rounds out their comp pretty well. And you can get Kayle through that Gwen lane. We're seeing it in a lot of other regions. I also wouldn't hate the Singed, as it is a lack of engage for Golden Guardians, so getting a split pusher out of control on sides could be good. Concept's willing to play this into Gwen. It is a specialty pick of Concept, and we will have a Singed locked in here in our last game at Path to LCS for the week.
It's going to be the second time playing it on this patch as well, on this week, I believe. So
yep.
Yeah, Concept. Very happy to take a lot of these oddball picks, but you always got to love champions, players who are willing to take champions like that. We've always made the comparison about the Lorem-esque champion pool of Concept. It's just a shame. I really wanted that matchup of Lorem still subbing in over for Cloud9 so we could make reference to that.
We had a great soundbite, too, from a Lorem last split of Proving Grounds, where he's like, yeah, Concept's just stealing my entire champion pool and, like, my whole flow, which I don't think Lorem was ever known for Singed, but, some of the others, the Urgot for sure, that's a Lorem special. As I think, looking at these two comps, game plan for C9, they don't have a ton of engage, but they have a ton of poke. They have a lot of ways to disengage from the side of Golden Guardians, and they have a lot of lane priority. So again, getting their economy out of control on the blue side against Golden Guardians is key. And for the side of Golden Guardians, I feel like they have the ability to make early plays with the Viego, with the Kalista Renata, but if they don't hit those early, I think that, again, GG, if they don't execute the team fights in this game, if they don't have those big Shurima shuffles, could be hard for them to really start up fights and get into this game.
All right, so the last game of the day, Cloud9 Academy versus Golden Guardians Academy. Cloud9 taking that game one. Golden Guardians looking for a way to snap back onto this one. Already drafted something aggressive into that bottom lane. You got some good scaling with the Azir. And Concept always going wacky. Grab the Singe.
Yep.
Cloud9 looking for their response with the double marksman combo. A lot of poke onto their side. So, it's two teams doing battle for our last match of the day.
Now, the few things I really like about the Singed is that if Singed gets going in the side lane, no one on the side of C9 will be able to deal with Singed, especially in the later stages of the game. Also, Singed with the ground combo, that can really help you set up Shurima shuffles, can really help you set up some of these big hostile takeovers that China's be trying to use to make sure the team fights go in Golden Guardians' favor. And for Golden Guardians, I mean, it's late game again. If it does go late, Azir, we've seen what Azir can be both in the early stages and the late stages of these games on this patch. This champ seems very strong. I still think the big key for Golden Guardians is that Concept is the potential game breaker. The Concept gets going and is able to just blitz the side lane. That's where things can get ugly for the side of C9. As Copy actually starting bubble. Very interesting. But Shoes having a tough time here. See if Copy can connect another.
Yeah, first couple of seconds. Copy's going to be able to isolate Shoes here. Just trying to zone him out from getting to his tower.
Did he lose
another
creeps?
Sleepy Trouble bubble? Wow. Oh, Copy didn't even get in range of the turret, so...
Oh, so look at Azir's XP. Bottom left, real quick. He has 0 experience from the first 3 creeps.
Wow.
Copy was able to pick up the first 3 creeps, so he's going to hit level 2 early. And Copy starting bubble, man. That actually really helped him get ahead in this lane state.
2 bubbles in a row. So much harassment. Choose had to go the long way. So Copy trying to really be off to the races. We got to say it one more time, Copy. In the start of this game here.
Love the start from Copy. Again, Zoe. Back when Copy was on 100 Thieves Next, as you were referencing earlier, Desrex, he was really known as the person that was really playing for mid push and playing to enable Kenvi. And I think with Sheeden, fun fact, a roommate of Kenvi's as well, Copy has the ability to be that same player. He has grown into more, but when he is on that supportive role, playing to enable his jungler, honestly, that's where I feel like Copy has had some of his best games historically. Zoe was one of the champions that he has always been able to do that really well on. We'll see what Copy can do on the Zoe here, as it is Copy's first Zoe split, or second Zoe play of the split. First one didn't exactly go his way. We'll see what the second one can do, though. Nice Battlestar.
For Golden Guardians, they have a lot of push going on into the bottom lane. Array and Chime. You know, Array is now on this Callista, which is something I'm a little bit more happy seeing on. With that push, Acadian is headed towards that bottom side, so the pressure for Golden Guardians will start to surmount into that direction.
Sheeden could take the bot crab at the moment, but instead actually going to hover mid. And Acadian actually went for the full clear, finished that very quickly, as this crab will be going over to him. So Sheeden, a little bit late, has to seed, given the bot lane priority of Golden Guardians. Really good start, again, to Acadian.
Just playing off that prio, gets an easy scuttle. And of course, Sheeden elsewhere on that one.
Yeah, he's going to get 2. Check this out. Shoes, just based, TP'd back mid. Acadian does have the option to go up and grab that top crab, but instead might be looking to take advantage of the early strength of his bot lane and the fact that C9's lane is shoving out. Sheeden intelligently is here to cover, and it is spotted, but GG their first to the play.
Right there, the stun comes out, and a chunk of damage to the handshake. Beautiful. Chain of CC will result in first blood going out to Array.
Really like that game plan from Golden Guardians. On the bounce, Acadian arrives, and they're able to find something. Setting Aphelios through the behind is big. Yeah. As the game goes on, Aphelios gets a lot better into Callista, as you can control it with the guns, but if Callista gets out of control early, Aphelios has the chance to never get into the game. That's really nice early play here from Acadian.
Sheeden just hovering down there. You know, I wouldn't fault him if he believed Acadian was going for that double scuttle. Already picked off the one in the bottom river, was headed over into that direction, but doubling back, so smart of him. And now Sheeden will try and get something back here as he rotates over towards this topside river, realizing that scuttle is still available, so he's going to claim that.
And C9, I mean, good news for them early. The fact that, look at that top lane matchup, Darshan versus Concept. Concept has not been able to really access the creep wave and already had to burn that teleport. So when Darshan gets back into that lane, he is going to be so far ahead of this Gwen. Or I should say the Gwen's going to be so far ahead of the Singed. Something that will be concerning for Golden Guardians. But we'll see if Concept can get out of lane with this Predator. It's something that he did very, very well the first time we saw him pilot the Singed. Something that he does have the potential to do in this one as well.
Deep wards being applied by Acadian, who's now going for the invade onto Sheeden. Sheeden only has Wolf Camp right now in this duo roam coming out. Chime over the wall, coming with the Hex Flash. He's going to look for Copy. Getting the handshake. Nice. It lands on the Copy. Copy now taking a lot of damage. Has his flash available. Will flash away, but the Sand Soldiers follow him. Chime nets the kill, and now Sheeden hopping towards Choose, but he's only level 4. Gotta watch out for that Emperor's Divide. Golden Guardians winning out in the mid lane.
Man, Acadian's first 2 plays have been so good on the map, Deserex, as... Oh, hold on. Concept.
Oh.
Oh.
Concept. A good sport with the thumbs up.
Cut down. Trinket is big for Darshan. I do want to turn, though, to Acadian. The first 2 shows that Acadian has had on this map have been so good, Deserex, as he has gotten 2 of his lanes ahead, really trying to set C9 behind, making sure that the Aphelios is going early against the Callista, and Copy dropping on the Zoe, trying to greed that flash, greeted it a little bit too long. Acadian punishes and gets Golden Guardians going early. Small goal lead for them.
Early decision-making showing off from Acadian. As we take another look at what happened over on that top side, where we had that little stalemate before Darshan decided to close it out. Oh, he had no idea that ward was there.
It's funny, he could have known, because I think that when he snuck in, I don't know if any creeps hit him. Either way, though, Darshan just waiting on cooldowns.
He tried to place the ward at the same time.
Couldn't quite land the flip. If he was able to land that flip, that does move the Q of Gwen. Maybe he's able to win out, but not the case. Darshan takes the 1v1, even when he was counterpicked by Concepts Singed. And that top lane matchup getting out of control early.
Darshan almost at double the CS right there against his opponent, Concept. Holding down pretty well towards that top side. Cloud9 really having somewhere to play around, and with Darshan getting that control and now going over towards Concept, scaring him away. This does allow Sheeden to have control of this top side as a whole, which Rift Herald is spawning pretty soon. Now opening up that wave will be Copy. He's trying to push out against Choose.
And because that top lane matchup is so out of control, if the Golden Guardians bot lane doesn't rotate up here, I think Sheeden just gets this Rift Herald for free. And this is much needed for C9 because, again, Acadian, he has set the other 2 lanes of C9 behind. I mean, it was beautiful ganks. Bot, the timing on that was great. Then the mechanics on the mid lane, flashing preemptively to make sure the Copy goes down. Really good start to the game for Acadian. We'll see if he can continue it here as Rift Herald has been pulled. Copy now scooped up.
Emperor's Divide on the Copy. Copy.
Oh!
Nope, not going to
Acadian.
happen. Choose with the kill. Acadian with the outplay.
He's got a big bubble.
Still yet, there comes out the Sleepy Trouble bubble, but it's not going to be at the choke point C9 are walking.
Man, the Heartbreaker over the bubble there from Acadian. Involved in all 3 kills, making it happen here for Golden Guardians. Yes, the Rift Herald does go over the side of C9, but getting that gold onto the Azir big time again as Acadian putting together a big game. And with all the kills he's been involved in early, looks like he is going to be sprinting towards that Blade of the Ruined King start into what we expect to be a Kraken Slayer. We have seen the Frostfire Gauntlet as well. Something where if you are able to get to that stage of the game on the Viego, you get really strong after the 2 item points. So really good to see from Acadian. He's been playing fantastic in this one.
And now transferring that down to the bottom lane.
Oh.
As he will start clearing out over there and start paying attention to Array and Chime, who have been shoving out this wave, keeping the CS just slightly into their favor. But priority, mostly control over to them. Still Acadians in that direction. So is Sheeden. So potential meeting waiting just happen.
Yeah, I'm sure it would mean a little bit extra to Array to get the best of this matchup. As, of course, Array was on 100 Thieves Next this past split. Wixie on 100 Thieves Academy. Might be a way for Array to, you know, give him a little bit of a confidence boost if he was able to get the best of this one. Acadian helping him out early to get a small lead was good. See if Array and Chime can continue to build up this lead that Golden Guardians has on the map. We'll see if they can turn this bot lane priority into a dragon, as both junglers seemingly recognizing that's the monster objective up. They have rotated bot.
Yeah, Sheeden is over here. Not spotted out yet. Acadian doesn't know.
Yeah, the guns are a bit too good on the side of C9 to try and engage on green-white. But now that Sheeden's showing. See if this dissuades Acadian from starting up Dragon. If he does, it will be spotted. As you can see, C9 has a control ward, and Sheeden, seeing that Dragon spotted up, he's actually going to TP or base and sprint top. Because he knows that if he sprints top right now, he can take the top side camps and also drop Shelby to continue to funnel Darshan gold. So I like this from Sheeden, recognizing that his bot lane is still behind in items and priority. He sees them doing the Dragon. He's going to get out of there as fast as possible to try and get a positive play elsewhere before Golden Guardians can answer. And C9 will have the timer on this top side.
And they're responding with the whole top side of the map. You have Copy headed up there. Darshan now with the engage onto Concept. Darshan He will chase this down.
Goodbye.
He knows he has some backup. Sheedon was just waiting there to flank him right out. Will get the assist in the process. And the play coming out from Sheedon, giving up that Drake, headed straight towards the top, getting Darshan income. Will be dropping out Rift Herald soon.
Golden Guardians, though, will get plates in 2 lanes. It's just going to be C9 taking first brick. Because, again, I do like the response from C9. Recognizing that Golden Guardians are doing something, instead of trying to contest, wasting their time, they immediately get out of there and try and get something somewhere else that's positive for them. We'll get 2 crashes from this Kelly. And C9 do crack open the map, as this Gwen is humongous this game, Deserex. Darshan has to be huge this game to make sure that C9 doesn't get blown out of the water, especially early, as Acadian trying to continue his rampage.
Ooh, gets caught with the sleepy trouble bubble for his worries. Paddlestar to leave, as I do want to take a look at the gold over for the top side, because Darshan, it is first brick as well as a strong CS lead, and my goodness, 2K, Cubby.
Yeah, it's an even game, but it's a 2K gold lead in the pockets of Darshan. That's pretty big, as Darshan going to try and be making the most of that. Again, someone who I cannot remember a split of Academy where Darshan was not top 3 in his role. And I can remember many splits of Academy where Darshan might have been top 3 out of everyone that we had in the league. Great to see him coming off of that boot camp that he and the rest of the team had, looking really good here in the early season, Deserex. As pulling that wave against Concept. Concept is a little bit homeless right now. Has no lane to farm on this Singed. And we'll see if he does overextend to try and reach this. But he is so far behind in items and levels, as Darshan really punishing what Concepts had the ability to counterpick. Darshan says nope, and he's taken over this game.
You always got to give respect to Darshan. Regardless of what season it is, regardless of how far out he's been since his debut. Even Jenkins, back in his interview, was saying that's his most excited top laner to go against.
Some history. Uh-oh, Sheedon.
Sheedon
Acadian again.
Puts out the collateral damage to try and put some distance, but Acadian locks onto him. Gets the sleepy trouble bubble, though. Puts the heart stopper out, and Acadian's going to avoid it.
Oh,
Hostile
it continues.
takeover.
Copy.
Coming
Acadian's
out
so
now.
low.
Copy looking for his way in. Acadian runs low. Copy looking for the assassination. Paddlestar lands, but not onto Acadian. Array now has the flank. Acadian looking for the blast plan out. They're waiting for Concept to get there so they can leave as a unit. Array joining up, in the Golden Guardians with an escape plan are able to execute it.
Acadian has been so nasty this game, Deserex. Every play that Golden Guardians has made has been off the back of Acadian, starting the play, outplaying it on the back half, the Heartbreaker to buffer the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Real nice, helping get him and the boys out of that bot lane play as it continues. They're up a member on the map, and they're looking to push.
There we go, Chime, knock up, gets the handshake, trying to pull Wixie in,
wrong way.
accidentally pushes him out, and now Trevor goes down. Wixie still not in the fight, watches the support fall.
Golden Guardians, they had this bot lane priority that they drafted for, said that the Callista has been really good for them at the start of the split. It's the 5th Callista play they've had so far, Deserex, and Array is crushing it as him and Chime stepping up. I mean, really following up on all the plays that Acadian has been able to make, Deserex. It's been really, really good stuff from Golden Guardians. They're trying to put that second win on the board early in the season.
Right now, Golden Guardians looking at the state of the game. Turret plates have just fallen, and Golden Guardians are getting a lead. They're slowly acquiring it. It's being allocated among Acadian, Choose, and Array, whereas C9, given where their gold is, it's all funneled onto Darshan. While Darshan can make a big impact, it's not exactly enabling that bot lane that's suffering for Cloud9.
Darshan's got to go big this game. As against C9, they have some scaling options as things go later. We've seen the damage that Aphelios Lulu can do, but we'll have to see what Azir is able to do to kind of counter that. A lot of range, a lot of zone control to try and take down Aphelios, try and make some plays, some terrain displacement. And we'll see if Acadian, Chime, and the rest of GG potentially make a play on a Wixie, who is seeding the spot lane turret. Good stuff from Array and friends, getting that one safely.
All the power right here for Golden Guardians is in the bot side, so Cloud9 are sending a unit onto this top side where Concept has kind of just been bullied over in this top lane. Still, though, Darshan will take the recall now, and with that, that's conceding a lot for Golden Guardians to just grab the Drake.
Split map scenario as C9 weren't able to find anything top. Concept starting to hold the zone a little bit more. And C9 actually going to drop Dragon and drop this mid lane. So, again, Golden Guardians. I'd say playing out this map really well, Deserex. They're playing the game a little bit slower, but you have the scaling options in the Azir. Concept can still be an issue in the side lanes if things go late. I don't think he's going to ever want to 1v1 Gwen, but at least Concept feels slightly more irrelevant in this game. And for the side of Golden Guardians, it's tough. I mean, they just have to dodge out on the poke of copy. I feel like that could be the big difference maker. The poke from the Zoe, from the Graves, to maybe create a scenario where C9 can fight on their terms with their advantage. But if GG stay grouped and they have a straight up 5v5, their comp's going to win out on those most of the time.
Now the movement's coming out from Darshan as he rotates back into the mid lane. The rest of Cloud9 are kind of grouping up over here. They're looking to get a siege into the mid lane where they've yet to grab that tower. Rift Herald is going to go down. Shoes will meet it. Concept just waiting in the wings. Golden Guardians are looking for the defense. Shelly will not be enough to take down this mid lane tower.
I think given that C9 crashed 2 waves, top and mid, they were trying to look to rotate that into bot. Just stay ahead on the map versus the side of Golden Guardians, but GG. Have a couple extra members down here. Concept will pick up that side lane, and Ray catching up on farm easy as, oh boy, Shoes. Okay.
Ooh, jumping right in is going to be Choose, but he instantly regrets that one as Sheehan lays the collateral damage right onto him. Now
that wasn't a Q out. That was a Q in. And that might be expensive here as copy. That's another trouble bubble that connects. Chime too far back, but that's at least the mid lane turret going over in favor of C9.
Lane tower, siege, going to be successful for C9. They work it quite slowly and now rotate over where they might be able to group up over towards this red buff, looking to contest some of the neutral objectives of Golden Guardians. Now over the wall, no fight to be had. Cloud9, a very quick game plan. They're able to get Choose, set up that mid lane tower, and drop it.
Much needed gold going over to C9 because, again, this game, down 2 dragons, not ideal. I'd say especially in this meta. That's one thing that's nice about durability meta. I think that because games go longer, because team fights are more important, those dragons have a little bit of bonus value as these games go on. So, again, GG sitting in pretty good shape here. As side of C9, they're going to regroup on the map. And we'll see. Right now, lane allocations, they're really trying to keep this Azir mid lane. I think Azir would get smoked by Gwen in the side lane, but I find it curious that they're trying to keep Kalista dealing with the Gwen here, Deserex. I think it makes sense as they group and try and take this turret, but I'm curious to see if Golden Guardians swaps out that lane allocation, as we do see C9 having both their solo laners in the sides now. Concept
with that harassment coming out from Copy. It's a tough little situation you have yourself in with the Singe because, you know, what's the old rule? Never chase the Singe, so he's just going to be down there being annoying more than anything else to clear out those waves and constantly keep Golden Guardians in a way where they can try and set up these plays that they are going for right now.
Honestly, Concept Singe is not even like that cool anymore. We had the Hens play Singe support last night in LCK.
Right.
That was cool.
Right.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was paired up with a Senna. That was big time. They picked it 3rd. Like, before they got to the 2nd round of draft SRX. It was lit.
Yeah, I saw your tweet about it. I was curious about Singe going into that support role. We got to have it leak over here.
Oh, man. Escaping the clutches of the president there. Array. All right. Good stuff from him as he's able to reset. That's now no ult on the Gwen. We'll see if it's back up for this dragon as Golden Guardians. That's why they reset. Wanted to get out on the map in time to control this dragon. This is where the poke copy could be big. It's going to be the big difference maker if they want to have any chance contesting this objective.
Setting up for it. Golden Guardians, they will have the scuttle. They will have the inside track. They will have the vision. Cloud9, they're not pinging towards Drake right now, though. They're starting to rotate upwards. They already have Darshan in that top lane, setting up for the split push once again, while the rest of Cloud9 holding the line towards the mid lane. Golden Guardians now moving out.
And I'm surprised that GG are not trying to take over this bot river. I mean, we are 15 seconds until this dragon comes up, Deserex. Both teams posturing over this mid wave, but... Yeah, okay, here we go. So yeah, C9 are going to show top. They're going to give away this dragon. They just want to prioritize the gold. You can see Concept able to deal a lot more effectively with Darshan's Gwen. As Darshan going to try and all in, but the first empowered Q misses.
Yeah, now Darshan realizing
He's in
what's
trouble.
happening. He's in a lot of trouble, and Chime's not going to make this any easier. Darshan trying to get over the wall, gets a dash over the wall. There's a Hex Gate. There's a way out. Darshan's fine. Mr. President escapes again.
I love how Sheedan's like going in and Darshan's going out. Now Concept, he might want to get out of there as... Oh, Sheedan.
All right, the Secret Service is here, and here comes Sheedan. Will take down Concept. So another kill goes out. Golden Guardians losing their top laner. They were still able to get the Drake, all things considered, on top of that, so something still picked up towards that win condition. But Golden Guardians losing out in that top side.
Yeah, thanks to our observers. Don't let that Ocean logo in the top left confuse you. It is going to be a Hextech Soul. Very big for the side of Golden Guardians, especially if they are able to pick up the Soul on the next Dragon. As this even cold game, 3 Dragons in, it's going to force C9 to contest the upcoming Dragons. And C9 still in a state where it feels like if significant poke does not land from the Graves, from the Zoe, C9 are in a tough situation this game.
As we head towards the 22-minute mark, Gold is dead even. Gold is dead even, and the turrets are dead even on top of that. But the way things are working out, I still have a lot of favor towards the way C9 have been playing this.
Yeah.
A lot of their poke coming in. And, of course, you have the scaling of Wixie that is going to come online for that late game. Darshan still really pressuring these side lanes.
This will be a test, though, of how strong Azir is on this patch, truly. As Azir has the chance to just be massive into Lulu, into Aphelios, especially Aphelios. Those Sand Soldiers can do so much damage and really prevent someone like Aphelios from stepping up. So we'll see how much Choose is able to step up. I think he was really big in one win that Golden Guardians has been able to pick up so far as a coach, trying to help his team to the best of his abilities while he's sitting in the chairs instead of behind him. And Choose, credit to him, has some of the most CS in the game on Azir. He's only second behind a Raze Kalista that has gotten farmed out of his yaddamn mind. 250 creeps, 23-minute mark. Not bad there for Array.
What if Choose just becomes a academy player after this? Gives up coaching.
I'm back, baby. Well, to be fair, we could make some jokes about that going on already. The Golden Guardian staff, of course, Acadian being the coach last split, but I'm happy to see Acadian back. I think a lot of people forget that Acadian was top 5 in MVP voting 21 summer. I was actually kind of bummed to see him go coach, selfishly, as I thought he was really key in stepping up for Dignitas. Middle of the split, again, in that split, and making sure that Dig at least had a chance to compete to make it to Worlds. As we'll see, Acadian, he has been massive this game. 100% KP. Looks like he's blitzing towards what I expect to be a Frostfire Gauntlet, one of the newer builds we've seen on Viego. And we'll see what Acadian can do here, as he might have found Sheedan. Oh, that's
looking
a flash.
right after Sheedan gets a stun onto Sheedan. Sleepy Trouble Bubble buys a little bit of time for Sheedan as he will return fire with the collateral damage. Golden Guardians still as a unit. Another Sleepy Trouble Bubble coming out from Copy. Not going to find anything else as Darshan with the split push towards the bottom side.
Ships in the night.
Yep. Pass right by each other.
At least Concept's able to get some farm. Much less threat against the Gwen, at least at this stage. Especially with Gwen looking like Darshan's going towards what could be a Frozen Heart. Against 3 auto attackers, I guess I could see it instead of the Zanyas. Very curious. Yeah, it's going to be completed. I will say Warden's Mail, extremely efficient item. So it looks like they are prioritizing at least one person on the team having Frozen Heart. And this will really help Darshan try to deal with Kalista. You do get a lot of value with the Frozen Heart against Kalista plus Azir. So, curious buy, but we'll see if Darshan can use it to great effect. Because again, 50 seconds away from Hextech Soul on the table for GG. This is where C9 is forced to fight.
Waiting right there to happen. Darshan's going to hop in.
He's
Going after Choose. Emperor's Divide comes out. Choose
Big ult.
able to push away, but Darshan is not done. He will flash over that wall. Hostile Takeover comes in. Darshan has to run far,
Oh,
though,
Lulu.
and nothing really gained off of that one, but Trevor getting isolated. Acadian able to find the kill onto him. Now Cloud9 down their support. Golden Guardians with the inside track.
And it was great disengage from Shoes and Array casting that Kalista ultimate. Chime was just dragged on in, thrown back on out. C9, they drop a member. As Darshan now, he's got to dash out. And GG up a man. All the zone control that Azir brings. I don't think anyone can deal with Kalista at this point, Deserex. Golden Guardians look poised to take Hextech Soul.
Cloud9 got to be careful about this. Sure, a lot of ultimates were burnt on the side of Golden Guardians, but Acadian still has his. If he gets a reset here, this could be over right now. Oh my goodness, Copy
Look at Concept.
Gets a kill, able to find that pick right now. Concept is able to return one.
Darshan has ult.
Darshan going right after Acadian. Acadian flashes away. Able to use that hard stopper. Darshan still jumping in onto Acadian.
Darshan.
Cut down, shut down, looking to find Sheeden. Now onto Array. Array with the sidestep gets one kill, goes after Darshan. Will find another one. A double coming out from Array, but it's all doom for Golden Guardians because Wixie is still alive. Double items, he's scaling.
And Darshan put out so much damage in that fight, Desrex. The member that had the most gold for C9 was gifted first brick, was gifted a beautiful lane here from Sheeden. Darshan cashes it all in as he groups, and look at how much damage he does. Gets that ultimate back. Snip, snip. Everyone from GG gets cut down as, yes, Darshan falls on the back half, but the damage was already done. Array tries his best to save it, but it was just too little, too late, as Darshan, way too much for GG to deal with.
Now Cloud9. It was actually a close fight between both of those squads, but Cloud9 just edging out onto that one. Wixie on the back, perfectly safe. Damage coming out from Darshan. Mr. President, he has not lost a touch. Now look at this play coming out from Golden Guardians. They're setting up around the Baron. They have a lot of vision already pre-established on the Baron. Going to be able to secure that Scuttle Crab on top of it. So now, too far off is going to be Cloud9. They will not have the inside track. They will have to deal with the Fog of War.
Golden Guardians can burn this Baron down so quickly. It's not a the Andres Torment on Azir, but still, the Sand Soldiers, they pump out the damage. C9, they're forced to reply.
Sheeden's in. Sheeden's in. He's going after Chime. Chime just gets isolated completely. Not much you can do there. There's no payback to save you when you don't have an assist. Copy gets the assassination on the Chime.
Oh,
now
Wixie.
Here comes Darshan. He's cutting people down, and Wixie's following through. Now Copy onto Array. Array gets a good chunk of damage in. He's got a lot of spears to work with, but Wixie has a gun, and he's just going to shoot down Array with one more pop to the dome. Wixie with the killing spree, and Cloud9 with the team fight win.
I said I didn't know if anyone could kill Array, but Lulu plus Aphelios, they think differently, as Lulu empowering the carries of C9. It's way too much for the side of Golden Guardians to deal with, as it's just been a death ball now from C9. The Gwen, the Aphelios, both getting Lulu empowered. Sheeden, you cannot deal with him either. C9 just run rampant right through Golden Guardians in the fight. They take the Baron and take control of this game.
Taking another look at that Baron fight. Look at Chime over in the backside.
Yeah.
Couldn't even really utilize that payback because Sheeden pressures Living Daylights at him. Darshan, look at all that damage he puts in. Oh,
and I think a big key, there was no hostile takeover because Sheeden was able to isolate Chime. So that's a big ultimate that, you know, it forces C9 to retreat. They cannot deathball like that if you have Renata Aura coming at you. But the fact that Sheeden was able to take out Chime really before that fight even started, I think that really helped C9 make sure they could just run rampant through the side of Golden Guardians. And now Golden Guardians, I don't know what they can do this game, Desrex, as it feels like Azir, this Azir with the Ludens, with the Shadow Flame, hasn't been able to scale the way that we've seen some of the Leandries, Rylai's, Banshees, defensive Azir scale. And to be fair, Darshan is pumping out so much damage this game, Desrex, as I think he's rushing towards a Force of Nature as well. Extremely efficient against Singed plus Azir. Darshan's like, I got enough damage, man. I just need some defensive tools. I gotta stay alive. I'm here to nuke everyone. And speaking of nuking everyone, Sheeden, oh my. Oh my.
Sheeden gets one right in the base of Cloud9. As Cloud9 continuing with the chase here, Golden Guardians trying to find the retreat.
Oh boy.
And Darshan
Big
has
Azir
the
turret.
flank. He has the inside track. The Azir turret's gonna go down, but there is Darshan just waiting. He's got two turrets between them, doesn't have much backup. Golden Guardians will back off.
C9, they will chill out as that Azir turret came up big. I think if that Azir turret's not dropped, Golden Guardians are still running for the hills up top. Unfortunately, they were able to retreat for themselves. They will seed some inner turrets. You expect those to go down when a Baron is acquired by an enemy team. We'll see how well of defense Golden Guardians can play as, oh boy, choose. Nice dash.
Darshan. Look at the mid lane. Look at the
they're going.
Oh, the jump right in.
Darshan's in trouble.
Darshan's isolated already.
Nice.
Will grab that kill. Got a lot of spears in early there.
Oh,
That
big
Ren,
TP.
Big damage.
That's
Now the
Concept.
teleport coming through. Concept looking to join the fight. Golden Guardians don't want to die. They want to stay in this. They want to even this out. Looking for another one. Able to pull Copy right on in. Darshan and Copy down. It's a defense for Golden Guardians, but they need to guard their base. Choose over in the top lane, stopping Sheedan.
That's huge for the side of Golden Guardians. C9 overextend Darshan when he dropped the hollowed miss. I love the aggressive call because look at these death timers. Oh, and look at Acadian stopping Sheedan.
Acadian,
Alley-oop.
right place to be. Sheedan gets dropped. All thanks to Choose. Chugga chugga, Chew train coming right over. It delivers a kill for Acadian.
And can Golden Guardians get to this Hextech Soul? They have numbers advantage. They have so much strength. Wixie, Trevor have to lay a trap. Here we go.
All right, now
Oh,
the
it's big,
death
it's big, it's
bush.
big.
It is beautiful,
Oh, wait,
but
Berserk.
there's the hostile
Oh!
takeover. Array with an instant Ren double.
C9, they were forced to try and make that play. The fact that Chime had the ultimate up. Hextech Soul now goes over to Golden Guardians, and all of a sudden,
No
that's right.
way.
This was a
No
slow
way.
mid to late game. This has now become a banger, and I think the Golden Guardians with Hextech Soul again. Yes, Aphelios Lulu have been big, but my God, I don't know if C9 can compete with Hextech Soul on the carries as Array, the way he's been team fighting again. The call from Golden Guardians to catch out Darshan while that Hollow Mist was down. Give Acadian a reset. The TP from Concept C9 are split, and C9 gets split apart by Golden Guardians.
What a fight. What a fight coming out of Golden Guardians. They're bringing it back in this late stage when it all seemed doom and gloom for them. They're still somehow into this. They got the isolation onto Darshan. They got the kill onto Darshan. You know, you got your fast food delivery here that came from Choose, delivered straight to Acadian. So many things going right now, Cubby.
Yeah. Choose getting back to the coaching role. You know, there's DoorDash that arrives at the door during scrims. Got to pick that up, put it on the player's desk. You know, that's all you. Might see that from Choose as, hey, stepping up big. And look at the items now for Golden Guardians. Full build for Array, including a Wit's End and a Guardian Angel again. How do you deal with this Callista? Yes, Wixie has the 3 damage items. Yes, Wixie is Lulu empowered, but it feels like no one can deal with Array in these fights. And Golden Guardians, they've scaled. It's now an Imperial Mandate, Singed, with the Rylai's Crystal Scepter. So that combo we talked about, empowering the entire team, I actually really like this from the side of Concept. I'm curious to see Golden Guardians grouped up. I think with Hextech Soul, it's just way too much for C9 to deal with. You can see Sheedan just trying to deal with these waves with Graves. Waiting for the Baron now if you are Golden Guardians.
And 1 minute until that Baron as we hit the 33-minute mark of this game, going into the late stages. You know, looking at Array, 7-2-4. As his debut was on Golden Guardians, it wasn't the one that a lot of people were expecting. You know, this is the guy who came from 100 Thieves Next that had that string of first-place finishes throughout Proving Grounds. Now we're seeing what can happen if he does get into that team fight, does get towards that late stage. Array positioning well and being enabled so beautifully by Acadian and Choose.
C9, they have to play for mid-prio here, and it's all about Copy Poke. If Copy Poke does connect, they can try and break the game as, oh boy, Darshan. Oh, that is a big ult from Darshan.
Darshan looking for Choose,
He's
looking
still
for
huge.
Acadian. Emperor's Divide. It's a disengage coming out for Golden Guardians.
A lot of damage.
Cloud9, they still have a lot to bring. Golden Guardians are now bringing Concept. Concept going to look to cut the wave here with the gas. Holding that down towards the mid lane. It can't get too far from that position because it makes it harder to defend this Baron.
And I actually love how Darshan is just trading his ult out for Econ. He has so much ability haste that ult's almost back. The fact that he chunked out Golden Guardians, I was talking about Zoe Poke, it's been all Darshan Poke, and now this at least enables C9 to get on the Baron. Gonna force Golden Guardians to engage, see if they can find something.
Damage on the Chime. Look at Acadian. He's coming from the flank. Grouped up is going to be Cloud9. Walking over into the jungle. Another burst of damage from Copy, and there's a hostile takeover. It's going to land onto
Trevor.
3.
Trevor.
Acadian looking for more.
Oh, no,
Choose able
Trevor.
to get 1 kill. Look at Trevor go. He falls. And now Acadian getting chased away by Sheedan. Darshan barely alive. Choose, Array, holding the front line. They're defending right here. They're
Choose.
not letting Cloud9 get the better of this. Now out comes the Sleeping Trouble Bubble. It will land onto Choose. He's going to be okay. Array standing on the sidelines. Golden Guardians, they're bringing this back, Cubby. They're bringing this back.
That ult from Chime was massive. I mean, Sheedan just 2-tapped his own Lulu. That's not what you want to see happen. As a little bit of a trail now, you have them in the choke. Look at them.
Oh, no.
Look at this. So big
Oh,
from
no.
Concept.
It is Concept. Concept so fast. He's able
That's
to zone
one.
out.
That's a reset.
And
That's
will
huge.
get the
Watch
slow
Array.
right there. Now Darshan trying to survive using the hollow. It's not enough. It's not enough to stop Golden Guardians from getting away from this Baron. It's not enough to stop them, but
Yeah.
now finally the presence comes through. Darshan and Wixie pushing forward. Cloud9 doing everything to stop this push.
The concept got really low again, and he doesn't have TP this time around. So I think that he was going to go back and manicure some of these waves. This could boil down to an Elder Dragon fight, Desiree. Both of these teams seem poised. Darshan doesn't realize he's spotted. Will now choose.
Emperor's Divide. He pulls in Darshan.
That Lulu
But
ult's big.
there's the Lulu ult. It gets Darshan to stay alive, and now he
flash.
can fight. Now he can bring it back for Cloud9, but it's a 5-stack for Golden Guardians. You don't have Copy there yet, who's just coming in from the Hex Gate. Now has the
start
flank,
Baron.
has an angle for
I don't
the
like
Sleepy
this.
Trouble Bubbles.
I don't like
Throw it
this.
up, and Golden Guardians, they're starting up the Baron, Cubby. They're
I
starting
don't like
it up.
this. They don't have a smite, but it's so risky. There's no Emperor's Divide on the side of Shoes. They're going to melt this, but I think C9 can take the fight in the end.
All right, the Baron has been taking Cloud9,
Oh,
not
big
going
ult.
forward. There is the hostile takeover. It delays Wixie
Wow.
and Darshan from getting over there, so Golden
Time's dead.
Guardians,
Okay.
they've gotten it. They've gotten the Baron. Still, though, Sheedan's coming forward.
Oh, can they
Cloud9
push?
want to challenge this.
Can they get here in time? Again, I felt like starting Baron was risky, but the fact that GG called it, they actually escape. And now the goo, we'll see if Darshan can even get there. No Golden Guardians. Take away the Baron that gets a fully reset before the Elder. I was nervous about starting that Baron because the damage that can come down from the Zoe, a team fight, even if you are up a member without Emperor's Divide, could be lethal. We've seen how dangerous it can be for Golden Guardians if this Gwen gets on top of them. But Golden Guardians, they have the confidence, they have the damage. Without Smite there, they take that Baron, they melt it for themselves. But now, another consequence. Can they reset on the map in time to take this Elder? This is the most important objective. It's more important than the Baron. And 15 seconds before, it is all C9. Have to see if Zoe Poke connects.
10 seconds on the clock. Fog of War in favor of Cloud9. Concept in the mid lane. Now the rest of Golden Guardians going forward. Cloud9 headed towards the Elder. It has spawned. It is being leashed. Now Golden Guardians, they're trying to find it. Copy.
GG are stronger.
Sleepy Trouble Bubble gets a Paddle Star in. Not too much of a chunk. Now here
Oh,
comes the
oh.
hostile takeover right
Are
through
they?
the middle. But Chime is down. Chime is down. Copy with another Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Still Darshan holding that Elder Drake.
Oh,
And Trevor
Trevor.
falls. Support for support. It's now going to be a trade. 4 versus 4 coming out. Cloud9 versus Golden Guardians. Back over the wall is going to come Darshan. The reset coming out from the Elder has 7k left. Copy still poking in with those paddle stars.
The Hex
Acadian
tech's so
super
valuable.
low.
Look
And
at Choose.
Darshan sees it.
Look at
Darshan
Choose.
sees Acadian low. Look at Choose go forward, holding out everyone else from getting close towards this Elder Drake. And Golden Guardians, a battle of attrition, but they secure Elder.
The Hextech Soul plus Azir, it's way too much zone control for C9 to deal with. And once that Lulu goes down, Aphelios cannot step up anymore without getting blasted by the Sand Soldiers. Golden Guardians in the last couple minutes, Desiree, they have held strong. They have picked up both monster objectives as they are hunting for their second victory of Academy. The team calls from these guys, honestly, in the later stages of the game. They've been really good. They are on the same page. They are playing together, and they are taking advantage of the fact that C9, they don't have a lot of engage. If they don't get map control, it's tough for them to connect with the poke. That's been a big difference here for Golden Guardians as they're trying to clean up the rest of this game.
So hard for Cloud9 to get in onto Golden Guardians. Even Choose Emperor's Divide just shoves them right on out. Says, we're not going to take
Sheedan.
that. It's on our terms. We take fights on our terms, and they see Sheedan thrown right back away from his tower. Acadian will take that kill, and down a jungler is Cloud9.
Concept does have that in power TP as now Array might be caught.
Oh, Darshan going after Array. The snips onto Array, but there's the hostile takeover.
Nice ult.
As well as a teleport. Now Concept runs into the mid lane. Still down their jungler. So bad for Cloud9 as they try and defend.
They're going to lose a lot. They at least lose an inhibitor here. It's still a close game. Both teams do have scaling options. Oh boy, that's a lot of Zoe poke. Wixie, though, he gets grounded. Going to have to Gale Force.
Ooh, Concept's taking a lot of damage.
He's dead.
Oh, Concept. He's not going to survive that one. Losing one is going to be the Golden Guardians. They will grab the mid lane tier 2, but now they have to take a retreat. High health bars for Cloud9. They will take a fight if they can find it.
GG, they might have gotten chunked out too much by Copy. Zoe is another Paddle Star connects. Now look at Darshan.
Darshan's going in. Darshan's
Still an
going
Elder,
in, but
though.
he's getting low. Choose still alive. Here comes Acadian.
Oh, no, Acadian
has
didn't get
to
it.
Go golden.
He didn't
Best
get
to be Copy. Finds an assassination on the Choose and followed through with Wixie.
What is this game?
Down. down. Now Cloud9, they have 3 on the bench for Golden Guardians. Only the bot lane is alive. Cloud9 are looking to close out. Death timer's so high, Cubby.
Bro, what is this game, man? They just fought 5v4 against an Elder Dragon, and I think that's it. No Azir means that you cannot clear the waves. C9 have all their members up, sprinting down mid, and Golden Guardians get both monster objectives and drop the game.
Everything here comes. Hostile takeover comes out. The last stand coming out, but Array
No
gets
more
caught
Elder.
by the Sleepy Trouble Bubble.
No more
Chime
Elder.
low. So is Array low. He will get caught out by the payback. Guardian Angel going off, trying to defend his Concept, but Array finally drops. Concept drops. It's an ace going through. A hard-fought game 2, but Cloud9 will take it.
Oh my goodness. That's an Academy banger right there, man. Back and forth. Both monster objectives go to one team at the end of the game, and the other one wins. As Golden Guardians just overplayed their hand a bit too much. Concept falling there, and all the Zoe poke from Copy connecting, just not respecting that. C9, I don't know how they held strong in that 4v5 scenario. That was looking really grim for them on their side. But man, C9, able to bounce back, able to find a 2-0, able to put together a 3-1 week with Darshan. As Golden Guardians fall again. I thought they had that game, man. That was...
Yeah.
Whew,
Yeah.
what happened there?
I really
gotta
thought
see it
the
again.
comeback was coming in there. That was an intense ending for
Jesus.
a very slow ramp up, and what just exponentiated at the very end of those last stages of those fights. Golden Guardians almost able to find that comeback, but Cloud9 just too strong. We are going to throw it over a short break because I want to see what Cloud9 has to say, and Mazel will catch you with an interview with one of the members of our winners.
Welcome back to the Verizon post-game interview. I am joined by Cloud9 Academy top laner Darshan. After, I was going to talk to you a little bit about that game 1, level 1 shenanigans, but we're not even going to talk about that anymore, because what was that game 2? My goodness. I just feel like we had a resident banger game for the season. How do you feel coming off that one, especially, back in Academy yourself?
Yeah, honestly, that was a crazy game. I feel like the best way to play a game is just don't have any expectations, because really anything can happen. And so It was good. I think even since I was prepared for anything to happen, I think we did pretty well adapting, and I think we were able to claw our way back into the game. So it felt good to be more patient.
Yeah, it was so interesting because it was a slow build up, and then all of a sudden it just exploded at the end there. It was very fun to watch. I will just ask you a little bit about your off season, right, and a little bit about the Korean boot camp. And do you have any fun off season stories at least with the squad?
We didn't have, or we didn't. I guess we were just when we were in Korea, we were just playing League most of the time, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I do have a funny
figured.
story. It was so
Okay,
funny.
what do you got?
When Copy and Shaden, like, we first got to the boot camp, they're duking, right? And then they're 3-0 in their games, and they're like, wow, this is so easy. Like, solo queue is so easy. And then King pointed out when he looked up their profiles that they're actually only playing flex queue, not solo queue.
Oh,
they lost their minds.
Oh no.
That was pretty funny.
That is hilarious. Actually, okay. Great off-season memories there. If the only one, a lot of League of Legends though is what I like to hear. Is this just the Coachella buff? Is it just the Darshan buff? Like, what is it? This is a huge week for Cloud9 Academy. You coming in as well, and it's represented in that fact. What's going on here?
I don't know. I feel like we could definitely do things a lot better, but I think it's nice to be in a team environment where everyone's kind of like willing to listen and pretty open-minded. I think we only had 2 days of scrims and we won like every single game. So like I want to see more when we lose scrims, what we can take away and how we approach that, because I think it's easy to be happy when you're winning, but I think true growth and true like a true test of a team is how you approach losing. So I hope we lose some more scrims.
Wise words as always. Hope to lose some more scrims. Speaking of, a little bit of communication, a little bit of that openness, how has it been working with Shaden and getting to get that communication on lock there, especially with jungle, top, the solo lanes being so integral right now, especially in the early game?
I like him a lot. I feel like he's definitely rough around the edges. Like, I think, it's his first competitive season. He just started playing. There's definitely things he can work on, but I like how much fun he has. And like how upbeat he is. I think he can be a little nicer to his opponents. But I think I really like how he's just trying to have a good time and always like joking around with people. And I don't know. He's a fun guy to have around. And I think he's also pretty good at the game. So
pretty good. Just saying. Just a little shout out there. Do you feel like this meta really allows you to flex your muscles a little bit in that top lane? Are you liking this meta?
This meta does feel really fun, yeah. I'm gonna have to see how it pans out a bit more, but I feel like it's just, for myself personally, honing in on what actually matters. I think for a long time in my career, I feel like everybody's career, when you want to be the best at something, especially in like an esport, right? You really have to be honest with yourself, and I think that I feel like I'm performing the best I have because I'm able to be more honest with myself and my performance and how I review my games. And then I actually feel like I'm doing what I need to do, not like what I want to do to look good, or not what I want to do because of other reasons that aren't just winning the game. So
I like that a lot. Man, get some really good insight here. I appreciate you, Darshan. Speaking a little bit about competition, though, I will say you're going against Team Liquid Academy next week on Wednesday. They are coming off some intense games, broken a record in Academy for fastest game. They had another, I believe it was a shutout today. How does it feel going up against the Proving Grounds champions in next week to start off the split roughly in the third week?
I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be like a good test of like how much we improve from 1 week of scrims, because I've only had 2 days with the team so far.
Yeah.
As well as like, I think they are the best team in Academy, right? Or they're looking like the best team. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good like match as a team to see like, hey, what do we need to really work on as a team? Like, what is Team Liquid Academy doing better than us, or are they doing anything better than us? We'll see.
Exactly that. I'm excited. Do you have any shout outs for anybody before we let you go?
Shout out to my teammates. I appreciate Trevor and Wixie coming in when we needed people to play. And I'm looking forward to hopefully scrimming with them in person so we can learn more as a team. And then, yeah, shout out to Cloud9 and the fans. Thank you guys for supporting us.
Always. It's a pleasure to have you in Academy, Darshan. Thank you for chatting with me, and go enjoy your night and get ready for next week.
Thank you, Maisel.
Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and bring back in Covey and Desiree. We're going to round out the day, but we got to hear a little bit from Darshan himself, and really insightful stuff there, Covey, and appreciate the kind of deeper look into a little bit of what's going on with Cloud9 Academy.
Yeah, I mean, I've always appreciated Darshan, like being an experienced player. It always feels like he comes into each split trying to find ways to, keep his head fresh, find different ways to look at the game, and find different ways to be the best he can be at his job. And I think that's one of the reasons that we've always seen Darshan be really, really good in Academy. Again, I can't remember a split where he hasn't been a top 3 player in his role. I can remember many splits where he was a top 3 player in the entire league. And the fact that, that's continuing for him, and he helped drag his team out to win a game against a Baron, a 5-man Elder, and a Hextech Soul is a pretty good sign. So I don't know how good I can feel about that game too, but hey, that's it's one of the win column, and as we like to say in my favorite sport, no pictures on a scorecard. So, it's all good.
I just need to put this to the side real quick. I saw the guitar in the background, Darshan. If you wanna collab, brother, I'm right here. I
was wondering what
This
you were
guy's
doing,
killing.
like
He's a
shuffling
killing
around over
guitarist.
there.
Yeah.
He's a killer.
Rafa is a great guitarist. This guy is built different. Got a lot of talent here.
Rafa's got the vocals, though. I can't replace that.
We
right
got a
there.
pretty talented squad on the broadcast crew, at least when it comes to music. But it is the end of week number 2. It's incredible
For us.
that we're already at this point. Yeah. Hey, all right, we'll talk about that later. All right, Cubby.
I'm already pushing people away, Mazelle. We're done.
Yeah, I know,
Hey,
but
go
we
to the
gotta
other
wrap
side.
it up first. All right, we got Samsung Fast 5 to talk about here. Come on, man.
True.
All right, let's go
Gotta
ahead
hit
and bring
that.
up the Samsung Fast 5 and see what we got in terms of stats here for week number 2. Just want to peruse a little bit, see if
my God,
my
Ayla.
casters have some craziness to talk about. That Ayla one
Whoa.
is nuts.
Yep.
The fastest level 6 as well for Acadian
Yep.
there.
Oh, that's the 18-minute one for the Ayla, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
really,
Has to be.
what, really. You think that's it? Why do you think that?
That's what I think.
Now, that was actually all my thoughts in the last game too. So just summed it up.
Well, there you go. Pretty hard-hitting analytical stuff. Results-based analysis there, for sure. But I can appreciate a lot of this. I love the Samsung Fast 5 because it gives us a little overview of some top performance in specific categories, right? You're even seeing Kumo Tenacity up there in the fastest 100 CS in top lane, as well with like a 40-second difference or 47-second difference. I think that's pretty intense, but it's always nice to realize, there's still some pretty impressive stats along the lines of Academy there, Cubby.
Yeah, always good to see. I think that we will see if the Yawn Ayla stat is beat for the season. That is your task, Academy players. Go beat those times.
Those
Topple them.
structures went down so early. It was a tier 2 at 11 minutes, an inhibitor at 16. That's hard to match.
That's a challenge
It
right
is.
there.
It
Take
is
those down.
very, very difficult, but it has been an absolutely fun day. I'm a little sentimental, I will say, because we're getting further into Academy. It always makes me a little sad, but it is nice to see the
5
continued
weeks left.
growth of these players. Hey, don't give me the number. You're gonna make
Not
me
even halfway.
Stop it. Anyways, it's always nice to see, even over these short little moments, we see the development, we see the growth. That is what we center on here. It's always a who's next mentality. Who is going to be that next player that comes up in the LCS scene? I think that's super important to highlight. Speaking of highlighting, though, we got to highlight next week's matches because we'll be back on Wednesday. We got a full super week as I guess it will be called, as it will have 3 days back to back of games. And on that first day, on Wednesday, Stream A, which is the twitch.tv/academy stream, will have Golden Guardians Academy taking on Dignitas Academy, Immortals versus TSM, Cloud9 Academy versus Team Liquid Academy. Teasing that a little bit with the Darshan interview. Then over on twitch.tv/Path to LCS, we'll have Evil Geniuses Academy versus FlyQuest Academy, and CLG Academy versus 100 Thieves Academy, which is going to be another bangerino.
I gotta say, it really feels like there are a lot of games at least day one of next week where I can see the teams being like somewhat even power levels, and we're going to learn a lot in the week. C9A versus TLA, 100 Thieves A versus COGA. I'm going to learn a lot about the top of the table. And then also, IMTA versus TSMA. IMT's been on a bit of a slide this week.
Yeah.
And TSM did pick up a nice last game, so that could be a nice series where each team can really try and bounce back with a 2-0.
Indeed. It is going to be a fun series of games. But that being said, we're wrapped up here. The biggest importance is what are you still doing here? Why are you still here? You got to go check out the twitch.tv/academy chat. There's another game. It's 100 Thieves versus Evil Geniuses Academy. You got to go. Just go. Go now. Go.
Get out of here.
Go.
Run.
Just go. I want to see the Twitch stream. We'll do it. We're going to do it. It's going to go to twitch.tv/academy. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye forever. Goodbye.